Now we review the 2014 film John Wick. He sounds like a candle maker. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I am Richard. This is Random Street Theater, and I have just seen John Wick. Not John Wick 4, John Wick. The first John Wick, because I have never seen that before, and everyone is saying, "You haven't seen John Wick and you review movies online? This is unheard of!" And everybody else is saying, "John Wick, we love John Wick, don't we, folks? He's a big man, strong man. I remember he came up to me one day and he said, 'They stole my car, they killed my dog, and now they're going to die.'" Alrighty, so anyway, 3,000 subscribers I do purchase one of these bracelets from the company 4Ocean. 4Ocean pulls a pound of trash out of the ocean every time I do that. So, if you would be so kind as to comment, like, and subscribe, you'll be doing your part for a better world. Now, as mentioned, the story of John Wick, and I mean, they get right to it. I really like this about the movie. The first act, okay, you meet John. His wife has passed away. She had an illness. He gets a dog, which she arranged for him to have so that he won't be alone during his grieving process. And then, it's his first day with the frickin' dog. And he runs into some Russians who happen to be mafia members who want to buy his car. And they're like, "How dare you not sell me your car?" Which was just a Mustang. Not to crap on the Mustang, but they are very common cars. So it was, I believe, a 68 Mustang, which is a nice car, but again, it's just a Mustang. You can get them. It's not that big of a thing. So this group of Russians, happening to be Russian mafia, they're the kind of people that get butthurt whenever they don't get something they want. So they find out where he lives, go to his house, beat him up, steal his car, and kill the dog that his late wife gave him. Then it's like, well, this guy happens to be the world's greatest assassin. He's the kind of hitman you call for the jobs that are impossible. So, the Russian guy's father somehow knows who he is, but the Russian guy's son has never heard of him. Kind of a hole in the plot. As is the fact that the greatest hitman in the world got beat up by a bunch of Russian thugs, but they hang a lantern on that by having somebody mention that. And then for the rest of this movie, this dude is Batman without the bat fetish or the gadgets, but he is absolutely incredible, and he is not afraid of killing people, and he has nothing left. That's the thing about John Wick, is it's like, you don't go after these people because there will be repercussions, but there's not that much you can do to him because he's lost everything, and you've proven that there is no respect. In fact, there is a morality to this, and I can tell you, my family actually used to have ties to the mafia. This was like 50 years ago before I was born, but it was a thing. My grandmother ran numbers for the Sicilian mafia, and if you don't believe me, let me put it to you this way. My cousin did something that my auntie didn't like, so she broke his fingers, taught him a lesson. You always have respect. That's the lesson of John Wick, because, they didn't know who this guy was, but they did find out that, that lack of respect, and really, look, if my grandmother had made a lot of money with the mafia, which she didn't, she would have put her children through better education, and, I would be a business person of some kind. I do believe, how true it is, I don't know. I think one of my aunts was a prostitute who rotted her brain with drugs, and she apparently had money because that was rather lucrative. But the bottom line fact is that if you're successful in the mafia, it's not a family affair. You don't want your children going into that because respect used to be a thing. It stopped being a thing. Because what used to be is like, look, you never touch somebody's wife. You don't do anything to women. That used to be a thing in the mafia. That's why I'm talking about my grandma, I'm talking about my aunts, not talking about my uncle. All right? That's the thing. Okay, well, you know, one of the things about that is that at a certain point, that respect gets abused and that respect gets forgotten. So now we have the world of John Wick, which is loosely based off this, where there is a code of conduct. There is a concept of respect. There is a bar where there seems to be a lot of assassins in this world. There are a lot of people that do this wet work. I mean, it's like, you know, there are people you can call who show up in the middle of the night to make bodies disappear in this universe. It is basically a video game. And if I haven't gone hard enough into the Batman references here, Keanu Reeves, who plays John Wick, is even doing the gravelly voice. It's like, they know you're coming. It won't matter. Hey, you know, this is what Batman would be like if he used guns, didn't have gadgets, and had a death wish. Okay. So, again, I love this movie. I want to be very clear on that. I am absolutely attracted to the idea of there being someone who is so dangerous, so incredible, that they are the boogeyman. They are the boogeyman of this world. As implausible as this world is. In fact, I even watched a video where somebody mathematically proved that the economy of John Wick cannot happen, and that most of these people have to have a side hustle of some kind. But I digress. And, I mean, the action sequences are totally Batman. With guns, though. I mean, you know, he beats the heck out of people. He puts bullets in them. You know, as you would expect him to be a lot more long range, although he does that in the film. But he does a lot close range stuff, too. And it's like, yes, I'm going to pummel you until I get a good shot. And then it's a kill shot, because, you know, I'm low on bullets. This guy is incredible. And, I mean, he's the person I would love to be. I would love to be this person who you mess with something I care about, and I come after you, and all of your friends go, you know what, dude? You're on your own. This dude is scary. Of course, that being a thing, there are people who do cut and run. There are people who should cut and run, even though they don't. And there's even a point where the bad guy's got him dead to rights, and then he monologues. So, yeah. What we take away from this movie is that we should be respectful of the hierarchy. We should, you know, obey the rules to a certain extent. And, you know, when those rules are broken, we should be very careful about that situation. But anyway, as a piece of film, as a piece of art, as a piece of something to consume and enjoy, John Wick is a must-watch. It is a very fun movie, and, I mean, I left it satisfied. It felt quick. At no point did I want to shut it off or walk away. This is a great film. So, 2 thumbs up. Now I have to go track down a copy of John Wick Chapter 2. I'm Richard. Randall the Rat here once again, and I'm here to remind you humans to comment, like, and subscribe. And you know why? Well, have you watched the news? Mother Nature is pissed! And we can help, because each one of these necklaces I'm wearing, it's a medal from the Conqueror. And in addition to being awesome bling, each one of them represents 5 trees. 5 glorious trees that the owner of this channel has had planted. I'm wearing 5 of these, so I've got 25 trees around my neck. 25 of the more than 100 that have been planted so far. So if you want to do your part to unpiss off Mother Nature, listen to old Randall here and comment, like, and subscribe. Or, of course, I could just eat your face and make there be less humans to pollute the environment. Global warming sucks, and you're delicious.